comment, like, and subscribe. Rev it up, ease it off. It's alright, pushing the clutch. All the way, you gotta push the clutch to the floor. Rev it, crank it up. Okay. Now just do what I'm doing. Just rev it up a little bit and ease the clutch out as you get going. Just give it some gas and ease the clutch out. Give it some gas, give it some gas. There you go. Now turn to the right here. Now rev it up a little bit, push it and pull it to second. Push the clutch in, pull it to second. Now let off the clutch. Okay. See? Shifting's pretty easy. Now we're gonna turn left right here. Alright, push in the clutch. Push it back up to first. Okay. There you go. Put it back into first. Yeah, there you go. Okay. You just had to get used to right in the top when you let it off. Yep. What are you doing? Just got your hair did today?
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
It looked like it. Where's my cold beer?
Refrigerator.
Well, it is a little after 5 o'clock, so maybe I can get one now. You gonna drive the G8 tomorrow?
Yes.
Go ahead and unwrap it then. Alright, so we'll start off with the one I just put on the car. This is a Durale 13614. It's a Series 9000 17-row plate and fin transmission cooler. It's what they call a stack plate. It looks like this. You don't see the tubes running through it, right? That's what's on the car now. This is the one I took off. This is also a Durale. This is their nicer tube and fin arrangement. As you can see, you see these tubes that run through it. This one was one of their higher end ones. You can see here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2. That's 14 passes through here. So it should work well, but as I proved in my videos, driving around with this cooler on the car first, it run in the mid to high 170s, low 180s all the time. When you start beating on it, it could get up as high as 203 degrees. And that's going by the sensor and the Quick 6 controller. I ran it for a couple days, made sure the fluid was where it's supposed to be, and that's just where it liked to run. It typically run in the high 180s after I've been beating on it, 180s to like the 195 range, up until I started getting on it, it'd go back to 200 degrees. And once it got over 200, it never dropped back in the 190s. By comparison, this stack plate design put it on, immediately noticed a solid 10 to 12 degrees all the way across the board lower temperature. So just driving around, it was averaging 160 to 160, high 160, very low 170s, where this one was in the 170 to 180 range. And then getting on it, beating on it, you know, back-to-back pulls, this one never got over 194 degrees, where this one again was 203. So in real world, back-to-back, I took the same stretch of road, I went the same time of day, the temperature is the same outside, it's been in the mid 70 degrees here. I saw a solid 10-degree difference. So between the stack plate and the tube and fin, while this does work, this is significantly better. And you'll notice I had the number 8 fittings on here, because you want a number 8 with a 6R80 fitting all the way through the system. You don't want to neck it down to a smaller fitting. But yeah, I'd highly recommend, if you've got a tube and fin arrangement, going to a stack plate design. And this one being 614. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any more on here. Oh, there it is. There is a 615 version available. The one I have has 17 rows of capacity, holds 12 ounces of fluid, and it's good for up to 24,000 galvanized weight. Gross vehicle weight, I'm sorry, galvanized weight. But then the next size up goes up to 26,500 for weight. So 24,000 is what the weight capacity is for this one, for the actual fluid flow and for the cooling effect. And you'll see on here, it tells you if you keep it cooler, it actually runs further. And we know that, you know, you keep the temperatures down, it's gonna run better. But this is the next to the biggest one they make. And this thing is nice. I definitely recommend it. All right, because you might want to just see where the cooler is mounted. It's mounted right here between the radiator and my supercharger intercooler. And just got some number 8 fittings on it, and the lines come down and around like this. The only thing I don't like, the fittings going into the transmission are way back here. And you can see if my long tubes are close, I put this heat wrap all around the lines, multiple layers of it to try to help. But that could be contributing a little more heat in it, you know. Anyway, just wanted to show you where it is, mounted up in there with the lines. While we're in here, just show you some trick. Up here, mounted to the inside of the bumper there, I've got a tank, breather tank you can call it. It comes off both valve covers and tees in. It's got a filter at the top. And then I got this extra rubber line that runs over here to a valve. And what I do is I get it like literally tied here. I untie it, hang it down, open this valve, and water comes out. Basically, if you run E85 like I do in this car, generates a lot of moisture. This actually gets the moisture out of the engine, puts in the tank, and then the condensation turns the water, and then you can drain it out. Just a little trick. All right, just got through driving this and beating on it. Let's see how much water is actually in it. See if I can do this with one hand here. See if I can do this. Of course I spilled it. Anyway, spilled some on the ground, but there you go. That's literally going like, I don't know, 10 miles out and back, and that's how much water accumulated in my catch can. And you just twist this back up to close it, and I just tuck it up in here, and I got a little tie I put around it so it doesn't rattle. Alright, so with the new stack cooler, you can see that it's 154 degrees. I've been driving around stop and go traffic here in town just to test it out. Got my laptop up, still adjusting ship points a little bit. And I've got it pretty dialed where I like it now. I've gone 207 miles since I started driving on this transmission. So a little clarification there. You're like, why does that thing sound funny when you're getting on it like that? Well, my gas gauge is down at a quarter. And what I found, if you go back and look at my track videos, when I ran it half a tank or less, when I get down that low, it starts sloshing the fuel a little bit. Even though I've got that nice Cobra tank, it's picking up so much fuel volume that it basically runs out of gas. So it is flying. Just wanted to show you what it's like. I'm just driving around, getting it to learn, using different throttle technique for different percentages, and getting it to shift, and it's doing great. Check it out. Just pulled up to get gas. It's 168 degrees on the transmission. Alright, still out driving. Been about an hour since I've been driving around. And just got gas. I'm on the way home. Got the air conditioning running. Everything that you could think of to generate heat. And you can see the transmission's running about 176, 177 degrees, which is awesome. Air condition on. Everything's working great. Shifting great. And looking stock. Ready? See what I mean? It'll blow the tires off, but with these new shocks and struts on it from Bilstein, it's working. It's putting the power down, even though they're Nitto street tires. It's putting the power down. It's going straight, very manageable in the car. It just really gets down. See if I can show you the Transbrake real quick. Nobody's coming. All right, you stop, hit the button. Tell you this, on the Transbrake, it's supposed to be a 3800 stall. I clearly saw at least 44 to 4600 RPM there on the launch. That's going to be pretty spicy at the track. Wow. Can you see these marks? Not on the bridge, coming down the hill there. Well, she was spicy. Something to show after all that beating on it. See the temperature there? 176. Stack plate for the win.